Hello everyone and welcome to my Ascension Messages. My name is Bobbie and I will be your guide for today. Today I'm going to do some channeling and tarot and we are going to ask off-world beings, extraterrestrials, interdimensionals, whoever wants to guide humanity from a higher aspect, any guidance that they want to bring in, and that's what this focus is about. So I'm going to allow the tarots to speak to us as well through this. Before we start, I do have a school called Amakel. The link is down below if you want to join in. Hi Yannicka in the chat bar, good to see you there. And I also have a beautiful event coming up. A lovely lady who's a follower of mine, Yin, has actually started an event for, I'm going to do like a free event leading up to New York. And it's channeling, 30 minutes channeling, 30 minutes Q&A, and a few free readings after that as well. So if you want to be part of that, I'll put the link in down below by the time, after I finish this, because it's an automatic kind of a thing that comes up with each live. So I'll have to change that up. As well, I am an intuitive counselor and reader. So if you want to have a one-on-one session with me, the link is down below as well. And I think that's about it. My website's Codes to a New Reality. Yeah. And this morning I fed the birds. And so if you hear the birds starting to go off, I'll show you a picture. I just took that picture this morning. So yeah, we've got a couple of cockatoos out there and some lorikeets on the fence. So just to let you guys know. I think I have an image of the event too. Yeah. Just see if I've got, no, not really much to show really. So yeah, it doesn't really matter. Anyway, I'll put the link down below. Okay, let's get into this channel messages, these channel messages. What a beginning of a year. Wow. So much is happening. So I'm going to be one of the speakers. There's 20 speakers going to be at the Cosmic Truth conference. I'll be part of that, Reverence. So I'll be part of that too. I have an interview with Michael Koff coming up soon as well. And at my event in April going to be kind of exciting. I'm just going to turn this up a little bit. Very exciting, sorry. Kind of exciting. Yeah, I'm trying to take this as it flows because so much is happening. My life is being turned inside out, upside down, round and round, and I'm just going with the moment, just living in the moment every day, enjoying as much as I can, even the smallest, ordinariest things. It's just how it's going. Anyway, let's tune into these benevolent beings that are helping guide humanity, and let's bring in some messages. Hey, Debbie, Am, and Sky in the chat bar. Good to see you guys. Let's tune in. Okay, they're showing me different levels. So the levels have been broken up. They're showing me in this way anyway for this moment. Broken up into, there are specific beings igniting specific humans to awaken even more to their gifts at the moment. And then there are specific beings that are overseeing townships, specific beings that are overseeing cities, countries, and then others that are overseeing the world as a whole. So it's interesting that they're showing me it in that dynamic where it's going into just the single person, and also the energy, the vibrational aspect of Mother Earth and humanity's consciousness together. And there's an overseeing of that because now they have the ability to actually intervene, where before they didn't. And that was purposely brought into humanity's reality, because humanity wasn't prepared or ready for them to be awoken. And now that there's been ignition they're saying, or those ignited within their own right, and missions being ignited, there is now portals opening for them to actually interact. So the observer is now becoming the interactor. In other words, where there is much going on, say in a country that is becoming unbalanced, unstructured, they're saying, then they can intervene in certain manners of helping balance that energy. In other words, bringing in awoken people into the right sector of that part of the world to help awaken even more, or rebalance humanity's consciousness in that location or locale. Wow. So yeah, they're coming in to say that there's much being done at the moment for this lift into a more balanced, creative, the same spell, and spell as in, well, where are we going? Spell as in the writing of a word is intricately entangled into the energy of the person writing. And when we are writing, we are grounding. Okay, so they're saying it is a grounding of that onto this plane of existence, or our reality. This is why there's going to be more sightings and so forth. It's not going to stop, but also to be aware of those that are coming in to try to mess it up again, because they want imbalance. Those that have been in control in the past, they want imbalance, because that's how they became in their place of existence, creating the reality that they were creating. And they don't see outside of that there's even better, but there is even better even for them. And when you can't see it, you will hold on to what you know to be the best that you've found before. So yeah, I hope that makes sense for you guys. But okay, let's see what the tarot is going to bring up as well. I just needed to feel into them and see what was coming up. We've got one card that kind of wants to fall out. I'm going to pull it out because I felt like it wanted to fall out. The Hierophant. This is a fairy deck that was given to me by a dear friend, Julie Moon. Oh, thank you, Julie. It's very, got really cool pictures on it. Nine of Pentacles. And put that over there. It's interesting. Nine of Pentacles giving me lots of information. Wow. Okay, and then we have the Queen of Pentacles. Talk about grounding. Talk about coming in and grounding and helping actually in a grounded sense. They're even showing me with these cards. I'll show you, like we have this one that's flowing out onto the side, Queen of Pentacles. So that's that looking like this. Okay, so, and then we have the Hierophant that just came out in front of me. But I put it to the right hand side, and then we have Nine of Pentacles, which I put over even further to the right. This is bringing up some magic. I can feel that in that card. Okay, so but the first message that I received was something to do with grounding. I did receive a message, and then I wanted to show you the cards. This is the problem when it channels; it just goes straight through. What was that message that you just gave me, please, about the grounding and integration? But not only that. There was another message. They will come if needed, if really needed. This queen is bringing this message up. If really needed, in other words, that's what's coming up on its side, we will come in human form and we will be the queens that are coming in to like nurturing humanity, but we will be a kind of in a disguise of human form so that you don't get afraid, and then be able to give you messages. So in other words, you might go shopping or something like that, and then you go down in a certain aisle and you see somebody that just stands out to you, and they give you a look or a stare or something, or an energetic exchange, or even speaks some specific words, and it awakens you. It awakens you to, oh, there's something here within yourself, a reminder of a feeling that where they've come from, and your soul's then awoken to more. So there could be some interaction that happens with this guidance that's actually physical and grounded. Then we have the Hierophant. I'm feeling with this Hierophant, someone's sitting and patiently waiting for some reason for contracts to be made. A patience of contracts to be made. A patience because the level of awareness of humanity is coming up, but we still need to bridge that completely, where we're really equal in the aspect of knowing who we are. In other words, if you had a famous person, somebody that everybody revered, walking up to you, they're bringing Jesus in my mind for some reason, walking up to you. I'm not religious, by the way, but that's what they're bringing up. And I do feel he's very Pleiadian in his vibration. So if Jesus walked up to you, would you see yourself as equal? That's where you have to be for these contracts to be made, for you to have this awareness of more within your own psyche of your soul, who your soul is, in interaction with these other benevolent beings, interdimensional beings that are coming through for you. So there's contracts to be made. Now this Nine of Pentacles, oh my God, vibrational plus with this card. Look at it. She's playing the fairy is playing the piano, and she is causing somatic patterns within the tree. So I'm feeling her vibration is the vibrational meet through these attunements within one's self, resonance. It's like you give that to yourself, love. When you give that to yourself, I love who I am, then it awakens DNA. They're showing me the scientists that saw these sparks coming off the blood cells when prayed upon. And when you pray for yourself, like give yourself the power that you have back to yourself, you ignite these sparks within you, which is actually DNA igniting into higher levels of consciousness. So it looks like sparks coming from this lower perspective, looking up and looking into a higher frequency. When you're in the higher frequency, it's just a normal blood. It's a normal the DNA. It's just a normal. For some reason, they show me that. But when you spark this into awareness, you are then vibrating at a level of consciousness that an attunement or of some sort, an attunement where it is merging with these extraterrestrial beings, these higher benevolent beings, and you are raising. It's like you're singing the song so that they can be part of your existence. That you're singing the song because you are attuning to that tune. They're bringing me to the word universe again. Remember, you are a uni one, and verse being song, sung out to, as your song is sung to reality, your universe is reflected back. Your verse, your song is reflected back. So you will automatically raise your level to acceptance of these benevolent love, extraordinary love vibration, magnificent love vibrational beings that have come here to entangle with your energy, become more so like a telephoned communication, telepathy, a resonance of understanding. You become collective. So there's, you are not, you are you, but you are also them as well, in the respect of there is an opening or opening, a funnel or channel that opens of communication, clear communication coming from them. Then you're always safe, because wherever you walk in this, on this path, and yes, it can be quite daunting because you're thrown off kilter of what your logical mind was seeking, and now you're moving into what your soul's vibrational mission was to begin with. And so you're not been there before, and it's an unknown vortex. That link or communication, just by you loving who you are, is bringing you into a resonance with those beings. So powerful. Like, I literally feel this on my top of my spine. Like, yeah, I feel as they're talking to me, this is what will happen to many that are ready to raise their vibrational. Yeah, like Sky says, to raise their vibration to meet theirs, exactly. But it has to come from the value of who you feel you are. Who do you feel you are in any given moment? It's not an ego thing. It's just an actual, this is who I am. This is the authenticity of who I am. And I'm not, if anything, the ego comes in and lowers you and says you are less than that, and says that you shouldn't be a guide for others. And the ego, the logical mind, wants to keep you safe and contained and safe, because it's like, I don't know that path. I don't know where I'm going. So really, when you're in your ego, you're the one that's telling yourself how bad you are, how you're not doing good, how you shouldn't be speaking up in those events or those moments, or you shouldn't be creating that business that you really know that you really, your soul mission was. But when you're in your authentic truth, you are absolute. Even if you moved into it, they're showing me moving into the future of humanity and being present in that future. You will see, like, young girls or young boys, whatever, young children that are, like, in their teens or whatever, and they just know themselves. That's what you'll come up. They just know themselves, and they have this understanding of who they are. They're bringing me to the Cherokee elder that I met, and she taught her grandchildren first up to know themselves. Who are you? Who are you from a soul's level, as well as this family bloodline that you've walked into, that you're a walker into. It's a walker into. That's interesting, seeing it like that. But yeah, she actually sat them down and got them to feel into who are you, so that when they moved through this world, they never lost that. They always were that. And so they spoke from that that self-support system of themselves. And that means anyone outside of them that comes up and tells them different, it's water off a duck's back. They're just seeing it as a reflection of that person, not who they truly are authentically. So you're learning to walk this path from an authenticity, which is actually meeting you with these vibrational meets of clearer funneling to be able to communicate at any given moment. And the meek shall inherit the earth, because the meek will be, I don't know why we're bringing in Bible phrases. It's one of the only ones I know. But anyway, the meek shall inherit the earth, because the meek will open up, will be able to have these funnels, or move into these higher vibrations, sing the song of their universe, become their authentic self. They're not afraid to, because you know what? The meek has actually been through a lot of crap. Like, we've been through a lot of crap. We've been put down, thrown around, used, abused, I can put my hand up for all of that, you know, and I know that there's a lot out there that, and that's the reason why they call them the meek, because they never let go of the true value of their heart, why they went through this. So they did look like to the outside world, you know, they're not going to use and abuse anyone, so they're meek. But that meekness is actually the true value of their heart, and so it becomes alive again. And when they start to tune in all of the love that they gave to others that took it and abused it, and then they are vibrational meek. So the guidance is coming because of this. The guidance that from the benevolence, the ETs, and all of that, and everyone has this different kind of universal story that they are sending out. So some of us are going to walk out and actually see craft and see these benevolence, and actually even have them land and stuff, and walking up to them and all that, the physical side, you know, that is the adventure that they wanted to go on while they were here on the earth. Some of us are going to be more in tune telepathically, and you know, we just want to be more of a tuning fork to the information coming through, but not actually have the physical contact. You can change your story too, to tweak it to what you really want to. You actually have a value within you. Yes, the mission will be accomplished, but they're showing me a dragonfly now. A dragonfly to me represents, because it can fly anyway, backwards, upside down anyway, and the dragonfly has come to me and shown me that. Another story there, I'm not going to go into that one, but it's saying to me, dragonfly is saying it's there, any path can take you to where your mission is. So choose the path you want, but you will go through a certain storyline to get to that end result anyways. It's really intriguing. Okay, I've picked up the Pleiadian cards, so let's go with them and see. Hey, Sean, good to see you. Yes, good to see a new person on the channel. Hey, Robin, beautiful. Hey, Dedra, good to see everyone. Love this, love this. Okay, let's see what else comes through. The guidance of benevolence and ETs and extraterrestrials, whatever we want to call them. Guidance that are here to help guide humanity. What messages do you want to bring forth? Oh, powerful, powerful, powerful. Anything else, please, as I shuffle the cards? Anything else? Any other messages that wants to come forward? Transitional moments, transitional times coming up in my mind. Transitional as in don't worry about if you go back and forth, the wave is taking you there. You are eventually going to get there. Don't panic if it feels like you're going backwards for a little bit. Okay, a card flew out, but it was in reverse, and it was upside down, but I don't usually read these in reverse because they're oracle cards, so I'm going to turn it upright, but I just wanted to mention that. 41, the star diamond. 41 equals, for me, 4 is grounded, stable. 1 is an independent person. 4 and 1 equals 5, going on a journey. So the diamond star destiny, I focus on service and follow my higher purpose. Isn't she beautiful? And follow my higher purpose. There's a lot of us being awoken by these benevolent beings. Look how gorgeous she is. A lot being awoken by these benevolent beings and it's very serene. Sorry, feeling into a specific being here. There's a lot that are going to be awoken through this into their magnificence. But I'm really feeling like when you feel through the day this feeling of just serenity, magnificence, beauty. When you feel or look into her and you feel this, know that there is something around you. There is something around you that's helping protect invite you into communication. If you feel a natural wash, you'll know it. Don't even try to go there. It's not going to work logically. This will just, oh my God, what was that? And it'll be like this beautiful feeling. Use that beautiful feeling as your compass. When I feel that, I know I'm returning home. I know I'm coming back to my authentic, true value of myself. Use it as that. And even if you want to, you can meditate into it. But you cannot force these feelings to come to you. It's something that you sit in. It's very much like the telepathic lessons that I do on Amakel, my school that I've created. You can't logify these things. You have to feel into them. And I feel like she's come to just gift you like this pearly iridescent wisdom, but connection, but wisdom as in, this is the path to go. No, isn't that feeling a little bit off over there? Like she's actually coming through as not pushy or anything like that. Just a hello. Do you think that that's the wisest choice, kind of thing? Definitely not pushy. And even if you went down that path, she would be like, "Oh, that's interesting that you took that path. How do you feel about that now?" That's what I'm feeling from her. She's like serenity moving through you and giving you guidance of wisdom of your soul and understanding who you are even more and not coming down on you anymore. That's not what benevolence is about. And that's not how we should be talking to ourselves. Because when you talk to yourself like that, you are literally talking to her like that. So why would you talk to her, this beautiful, magnificent being that's within you, this soul that's within you? Why would you talk to her like that? You wouldn't. You would go, whoa, you are amazing. I can feel that off you. You're only giving me amazing, good feelings. So why would you go, you shouldn't have done that? Where are you going? What are you doing? And resistance, and that is being relieved, because they are helping us guide us into a more of conducive reality where there's least resistance when it comes to our movements on this plane of existence and the choices that we make. Wow. Sorry, I just have to, I've got 2 more cards here, but I'm just going to take a little bit of a moment for myself because I feel that quite strongly. I love it though. Okay, so we also have no way, just read it. Yes, this is the collective reading, Shan. I do free readings after there's a few that I choose, but I always do a big collective reading. So this is that, and we are tapping into any benevolence that want to guide humanity at the moment. So we have Athusa, sun goddess, lift off. I open my senses to feel delicious pleasure and passion. Like, you cannot make this up, right? Like, hello. Hello. So yeah, the sun goddess, lift off. So we are literally lifting off here and sparking. These stars that are in on this card is reminding me of that spark that I tripped over, that scientist that saw when someone prayed on the blood of somebody, love, that she, when she looked at it under a microscope, had sparks coming off it. And then they found out that when the sparks came off that DNA, that blood cell, that it actually integrated within the person, even though the blood was apart from the person. And so it was an activation of it. She didn't say this, but I believe that it's an activation of the DNA, because I've been channeling these messages. If you go back on my other channel messages, I've been talking about this light being activated within our DNA, and it totally makes sense when she looked through the blood cells. when love went on into these blood cells, it activated this light, this pulse. They're bringing me to bioluminescence, where a sound vibration will go into the water and a spark of light will just come out of that. And it's a certain frequency, and that creates a space or a vortex or a portal for us in this dimensional space or this unbalanced space to see the next dimension, into the next dimension, a literal portal of experience, but we see it as a spark of light. And that's what my guides have told me as well. So we also have the inner temple, life lessons, and I go with my shadow for deep spiritual growth. So these two fell out together. So we have these that have, I'm feeling here is the darkness, the so-called devil, the ego mind, the I want to control you, the outside world trying to control you, and you allowing it to. There's a certain lesson here of, as we move into these higher frequencies and benevolence wanting to connect with us more, and they're telling us that you might go through an interaction with the devil himself, so to speak, but you will see how you interact differently now to what you did in the past, and it will give you an understanding of how far you've come in your shadow work, and then an understanding too where it no longer touches you like it did in the past, because you don't allow it to be infiltrate your psyche or your emotions as much as what you did before. It's more of an observational. That's interesting. It doesn't mean that you don't talk to them, that you don't interact with them and all of that sort of stuff, but you will see it as a not taking you down for too long. You will know them. You will feel drained. For some reason, they're bringing that up too. So don't. It's a reflection of how far you've come. So allow it to gift you liftoff. Wow, I've come that far. Imagine how far I can go when I really pour all this love into myself and see, and understand that everything outside of me is part of my wholeness of myself in this moment. Okay, any other messages that's coming in, please, from these benevolent beings? Here we go. Thanks, Maggie. Beautiful starfire. Yeah, look at that, starfire. And it's also bringing me to the awareness of the sun. I tend to that when I channel. You just have to put up with that. It's bringing me to the sun. The sun the sun is a portal into other dimensional, elevational places. The soul, source energy. It's like an awareness of source energy firing off new vibrations that hit Earth. We see them as solar flares and interacting to awaken. And so that's changed and shifted up and gone through quickenings to help awaken humanity into a more conscious state and more conscious awareness, to integrate them with these benevolent beings, with the benevolent beings that are here to guide. That's another message coming in. So they are understanding this. Those benevolent beings that are understanding and watching, they're even watching the solar flares interaction, because they're seeing source energy in itself in its own right, God, whatever you want to call it, prime creator, sending off these filaments. I don't know if I'm saying that in the right context, but that's what they're bringing me to, filaments. And that's, as it's hitting the earth, it's awakening psychedelic experiences within humanity's consciousness, which is allowing us to gain retrospect. These big words. I really failed English. Retrospection. I don't even know if that's a word. helping us gain understanding, trying to simplify this for my own logical mind, an understanding of how as the new vibrational waves that are coming. So there's a pattern here that is, if you go further out, there is always a pattern. If you take the time longer, as the sun and what the sun has done, you'll see a pattern over eons. You'll see a pattern, and they're waiting for a specific point, because they can see that pattern because they're observers of this reality coming from other dimensional aspects. And so when they see it, they know now, okay, now we go in and we help and we guide, and we're more grounded. Now we can move closer to the groundedness of humanity's consciousness. Now we interact with the cities or the townships or the countries or whatever. Now thanks, Maggie, for sparking that message as well. Sparking that message. It's all about sparking consciousness. Okay, any other messages, please, from these beautiful benevolent beings and guidance, ETs, extraterrestrials. I keep saying ETs and extraterrestrials, it's the same thing. Interdimensionals, and even the elementals. I'm not saying them as an offshoot either, because they are just as intricately important to humanity's growth and consciousness, because they are an interaction to Mother Earth herself, for humanity to be able to converse with Mother Earth herself and the plant life and the animal life and so forth. They bring up the elements for humanity's conscious awareness to understand a lot more and with Earth. Okay, so. And we did say, but I did put an owl on the picture. If you see the title, it's an owl. An owl to me is always extraterrestrials. So it's more in line. This message is more in line with them. Okay, achievements. Come on, guys. You can't like hello. Lift off. Achievements. Destiny. This is the time we really are expanding. We're expanding. It's huge. Joy, blessings, intuition, Archangel Haniel, she's bringing gifts. We are grounding these gifts into so, okay, when it comes down to the message that these extraterrestrials want to give us, or interdimensionals, they're both. Some of them are interdimensional extraterrestrials. In other words, you go onto a planet, and if you are just seeing it from this third dimensional aspect, you'll see nothing. But if you go into a 4th, 5th, 6th interdimensional aspect, you will see life, so much more life. There's overlaying on planets, and the reason why we don't see anything on these other planets in the solar system is because we're not attuned to seeing them. We're not in that vortex. We're in a very imbalanced. We are on the physical plane of existence, just the physical plane of existence, but we're imbalanced because we haven't entwined that interaction of our etherical nature, our soul. So they are giving us a message that they are there, and they always have been there. We are just meeting the vibration, and then they're wanting to ground more gifts. They're going to help us. They're going to send us on paths to actually attaining more gifts, physical gifts. They're going to help us because they go into our mind. They're the observers, remember. They can see from an interdimensional experience, just like you're the observer of a 2D flatland. I literally just had a talk about this on Tuesday. And the interdimensional aspects of things. This is why they wanted to bring it up this way, so that you can understand that they can see more. And so then they can just give you a little inkling of, remember, she's just guiding you. She's giving you that experience of, are you sure you want to go there? Do you want to, how about going this way? That sort of thing. And the maturity of yourself will either go into the lesson again and regurgitate it and come full circle back to self again, where the liftoff isn't quite happening, seeing the lesson, the value for what it is, taking it on board, and then being able to move forward. Okay. These ones are really calling for me, so I'm going to take these ones. Hey, Angel Laurie, good to see you. I love doing the tarot. I don't need to do the tarot. As you guys know, I could just channel all this information through like I do on Tuesday, but I love doing tarot. It's fun. I love visuals. I love images. I'm a creator. I'm an artist, you know, a visual artist, and I just love them. So it's fun working with them and seeing how they line up with the messages as well. Just gives that extra confirmation too. And it's something that you guys can see. So that's why I use them. You never guess what just fell out. No freaking way. You guys are going to go, what the? Okay. So I put an owl on the title of this. Here we have the wise man wanting more wisdom and the owl in the background as the benevolent beings on his shoulder guiding him. Like, you cannot make this up. No wonder they wanted me to reach for this specific pack of cards. Oh my God, that's so good. And that also on the back of this, it says, ask for guidance. The divine will meet your every need. So, yeah, they won't help unless you actually ask anyway. So if you're asking for their guidance, which I'm pretty sure if you're here, you already have before, then, well, now they can be more grounded with you. There's more grounding coming and more abundance. Like I'm playing with my gold pendant here, and it's a Virgo gold pendant. And I'm like, yeah, grounding, gold. You are the gold. You are the gold being grounded. So, yeah. They are here. They are here. Like, this is it, guys. This is the moment. These are the moments we have been waiting for. Yes, it can feel discombobulated because you're leaving one reality that was very known to you and so felt safe, and going into this unknown. Where are we going? Now we have to trust this guidance from benevolent beings instead of our logical mind telling us what to do, which is only bringing us back into circles, because the logical mind grasps in the past, projects into the future. That's all it knows how to do. So we're now like, okay, we're not doing that anymore. We're walking into an unknown vortex of trusting these fleeting moments of understanding and wisdom, and how we talk to ourselves and how they talk to us, and that it will come through in a way that you'll go, whoa, that's just that's beautiful. And you know, I see that you're teaching me a lesson, but you're teaching me a lesson in a way that is kind. It's not it's coming from a heart space. Yeah. How smart are they? Yes, Sky. How smart are they? Isn't it beautiful? It's so beautiful. Okay, is there another? I seem to have lost that pack, so I'll leave that there. I'll grab this. This is a high-end fifth dimensional pack. We'll see what comes in through them as well from this. I mean, eventually, once I stop traveling, because I'm traveling everywhere at the moment, and until I'm going to New Zealand, my parents' anniversary and so forth, be with them for a couple of months, and then I'm going to New York to channel live on stage, and that's in May. May. So I'm coming back to Brisbane in May, and then I'm going to set this up so that I have a really good mic, a really good camera. I'm going to set it up properly. So until then, though, guys, we just have to put up with this. And I've only got specific cards here too, because I'm traveling for the next few months. But I took the ones that called out for me, so it's enough. It's good enough at the moment. Doing a lot of house sitting and helping people at the moment, clearing people's houses. It's really good. Okay, let's see what else comes up. Messages from benevolent beings, please. Guidance for humanity at the moment. Thank you. And once flipped into the pack, empathic starseed, empathic starseed. Look, there's the mirror reflecting back to you. Your universe is that mirror, your universe. Everything that you see outside of you, everything that you see outside of you is that mirror. It's all coming from you. When you smile at the mirror, what does the mirror do? It smiles back. Okay, so everything is that. Energetic sovereignty, absorbing what's not yours. So just be aware of this. When you start to feel lethargic, you need to remove yourself because you're absorbing too much of somebody else's or some other entity or something like that, and something is taking you into feeling. So just be aware of that, because we to be able to move into these higher dimensional aspects of self, it feels lighter, it feels more energetic, you have more energy about you. And it's not to say that if your blood needs iron or whatever because you're not used to absorbing iron as much, then take the iron tablets. I'm not saying, but you listen to that your body is asking you to do. So you're more in tune with your body, where you're going, how you're feeling around specific people. That sort of thing. There's a lot more attunement happening with the empathy of yourself. Now, yes, there are definitely, they're telling me, remind them that there's definitely people that are empathic, that are born into this reality, that are more in tune to their empathicness. In other words, connection to their outside world as their inner world. But as humanity, and a lot of us are doing a lot of the shadow work, we start to become more in tune with the empathy of ourselves. And so we in the higher vibrations, we will all be empathic, because we have to be empathic to be able to communicate with more than just by our babble, which, the babble is the word, spoken word, which is separated to the psyche, because you can say one thing and think another, and it's a separation. That's why it was separated, because we had a separation between our intuitive thoughts and our logical thoughts, our masculine mind and our inner world and our outer world. We had a separation of that. So it had to be that the only way we could communicate with each other was through babble, through the spoken word. But we're coming back into empathy of ourselves, and tuning with our outer world, and our inner world is exactly a mirror of ourselves. And then the empathy starts to arise, so that we can be more communicative with them, with these benevolent beings, with the guidance, and understanding what it actually feels like to be guided by these beings. It's subtle, because it's meant to be subtle. Only the logic speaks and screams and yells and all that sort of stuff, and overtakes and controls. That is the logic trying to do a job that it's not actually meant to do. So we need to learn to still that part of ourselves, to be able to hear the whispers of the guidance that's coming in, and it comes through subtle feelings. Oh, I know that. Oh, I feel good about that. Oh, that's in tune with me. I love that feeling, that sort of thing. Okay. I'm just seeing what the time is. I'm going to pull one more card. We'll go into the Osho deck just to see any more messages, and then we will open the chat bar for free readings, which I always do at the end. And if you want to be part of the event that's happening, Sky's actually put that event up, and so if you want to be part of that, you'll interact with a lot of other people as well. Be really good. I think it will be really good. It's a group event that she has, so yeah, I'll put the link down below later for that. Okay, Maggie, I have a special relationship with barn owls. They sit with their mate in the tallest trees and pervade the whole survey. I think that is the whole area. Nothing misses them. No, that's true. Interesting that you say the tallest trees as well, because just before I went online, I actually just posted on my Facebook this really cool guy. He's so ecstatic exhilarated, we would say. He climbed the tallest tree on this tall mountain and showed everybody the observational point of this. And I was like, I think I said something about this is what it's like to go into the higher dimensions, just exhilarating, and you can see so much more, you know. And it's so interesting that in the chat bar, you know, you've brought up that these owls who are benevolent beings, and I'm talking about that the extraterrestrials coming through as benevolent beings as owls, sitting on the tallest trees and observing everything, right? They are observing us. This is just another confirmational tick from them to say, yes, we are observing you, and we are coming from a space of exhilaration and beauty and all of that. All you have to do is meet the vibration, is meet the vibration, sing your song in that vibrational meet. You play the piano, you do the work, you play the piano and meet their vibration, and you will get clarity of where your path goes. The path will start to you'll just know, I know where to go now. I know I'm going in the right place. And even if you do take a detour, they say it's okay. They will still be there to help you, guide you through it anyway. So it's okay. They're there to give you, because they're now grounded more into this experience, so they can help many more now. It's really cool. Now, it is cool, isn't it, Maggie? Okay, one more card and then we'll get into a few free readings. So if you want to say yes, please, or whatever, just so that I know you want a reading, then I will take that advice. And no way, like, oh my God, come on. The one card, the maturest card you can actually get in this deck, the source of all things. This is source energy moving through benevolent beings, extraterrestrials, but interdimensionals, moving through them to give you more clarity. This is source energy giving you more clarity through them. And they are open vessels for the source, this communication to come through. It's just beautiful. Look, lift off. Source energy, like this, the atmosphere has changed. The energy alignment has changed. We're here, guys. We are now ready to step into communication with these benevolent beings and giving us more clarity. It's just freaking beautiful, beautiful. So I can say, I get so excited. It's so fun. Oh my God. Okay, I'm going to pack all this up now, guys, so that I can give a few free readings. If you're leaving me here, thank you so much for being part of this reading. If you want a free reading, just join me in the chat bar next Thursday. If you are just watching, and if you are going to stay on, one of these readings could be for you as well, because just because I'm reading for one person doesn't mean there's not a message in it for you. So if you want to listen to the messages, then there could be something in it for you. Okay, then. What card should we choose, and who are we going to choose? Dedra. Just give me a moment here, guys. Such a beautiful family. I love this family. Okay, Dedra. I literally have to ground myself a little bit more. Okay, tapping into Dedra. Dedra's energy, please. And any messages that you want to pull through for her. Just going to give myself more space for some reason. Interesting that I need to give myself more space for you, Dedra. Maybe it's time for you to give yourself more space. Aligning with yourself and your authentic self sometimes needs more space. And that is so that you can choose exactly what you want to do in each given moment. It is a space, energetic space, and an actual locale space. So, yeah, because I never even noticed that I had it all closed in on me a little bit more with that reading. But with you, I feel that space is needed. Okay, Dedra. We have the Hangman, yes. Just hanging out. hanging out with yourself, hanging out with yourself. And the Eight of Wands, I think you're wanting to ground something here. You've done work, or you're moving into, why is the Eight of Pentacles coming up for me as well with this card? Leaving, like the Eight of Wands, she's blowing down. She's sorry, I'm just feeling into this. It feels like there's another message here. It feels like the dandelions to me is a expression of freedom and blowing out to the world that you want to feel free again. And the Hangman is like, I'm waiting. I'm in this waiting game. But they're asking you to create a space to give yourself freedom to explore the mission, or explore more, or move into more. They've given me family dynamics as well. So just give yourself some space. It's going to all come into place for you in the end. Yeah, I think I'll leave it there. Otherwise, I can get so involved that I end up doing really long readings, and I want to read for some more people as well. So. Okay, who else have we got here? Angel, Laurie. Angel, Laurie. Okay, Angel, Laurie, we have Death in Reverse. So definitely new beginnings coming your way. Death in Reverse, coming out with a Tower card as well. So something might feel like it's all falling apart around you, but it's come out with the Emperor. The Emperor. So standing your ground here. Just because I'm going through something doesn't mean I'm not empowered. Just because I'm going through something that I'm shifting here does not mean I'm not empowered. So to take back that power of self. This is always a grounded, structural leadership quality about who you are in your material world. Who are you in your material world? And he always represents the energy alignment of I know thyself in this material world. And to have these two cards coming out with it is you're now, even though you've gone through something, in bringing up some new aspect of yourself, standing in your power through this, so that if somebody comes along and goes, oh, you're just going through a blah, 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 you're like, yes, but I know what I'm doing. Yes, but I am strong in myself. Yes, but I know my soul. Yes, but I know who I am in this world. That sort of feeling of empowerment coming through for you. And it's giving you a greater awareness of how much you can actually go through. You can actually go through quite a lot and still be contained within that power. Okay, who else have we got? Yannicka. Yannicka is a great supporter of mine. She's in the Amakel school. She's in everything that I do. She's always there. And thank you so much for those. I love it when people interact in the Amakel school. It's just starting up. It's a new school. So it's like we're just starting to get the hang of it. I think I've been doing the chat bars wrong. I think it's supposed to be one big long thing, and I keep on opening up new chat bars, but you know, just all these little lessons. I'm learning through it. But in any case, thank you so much for all your support. Okay, Yannicka, that I'm straight away eyeing off the Moldavite. So you are coming into extraterrestrial communication here, because that Moldavite is what I hold when I didn't even hold it today because I'm doing tarot, but when I'm channeling, I hold it and it just gives me this clearer link. It's like my logical mind knows that's when you have a clearer link to extraterrestrials. So maybe it's good for you to just open that up, maybe get some Moldavite or something so that you can feel into it, because Moldavite has come from, you know, space. It's collected a lot of information and wisdom, and it's also grounded on Earth. That's why it turns green. So as a comet, it's actually a what is it? Not a comet. It's anyway. It's a I can't remember the logical word for it, but where space, something, a debris in space is fallen on Earth and alchemized into moldavite. So there's some sort of alchemization happening here for you to be able to have this clearer communication with benevolent beings, a fuller understanding of the power of who you are, clarity coming in more, a shifting up of your vibration, and yeah, I would definitely if you can't get moldavite, even any sort of crystal that you feel, just so that your mind always knows, okay, when I hold this crystal, my logical mind has to shush so that this information can come through. Okay. So we have for you, my cards are just kind of a mess over there. So if there's a mess in your life anywhere, just they're asking you just to readdress it and clear it up, because clarity of mind, clarity of your outside reality, clarity of mind, it just helps clear space as well. And that's another message for Dedra as well, clarity of space as well. So maybe cleaning up something. Charity. Why would I say charity when it's the Chariot? Charity. Okay, interesting. Knight of Wands. Maybe there's something coming for you. Okay, a charity, they're giving to you something that you weren't expecting. Okay, Chariot and the Knight of Wands. That's what I'm getting from this message from the tarot. Chariot and the Knight of Wands. Something's coming towards you to gift you something. Knight of Wands is somebody coming in and taking action. So there's some sort of action coming your way that's going to help you move into a high dimension, move into a clearer space. No, everything just fell then. So yeah, I know these cards are slippery, but really, I've never had such a mess. So definitely feel like if there's a part of your house that's feeling a little messy, maybe go address it. Just even if it's one bit at a time. Today I'm going to just address that corner or something like that. For some reason, they're bringing me to that too. Okay. Right, here we go. Dedra, wow, that resonates so much. Thank you. Fantastic, Dedra. Thank you for that confirmation as well. Thanks, Angel. Okay, who have we got? I would like a request reading for my partner, Phil, who is with me this evening. Thank you, from Robin. Okay, we can do that. Do I need these? I think I need these. Sorry. Changing up the deck. Okay. Stronger, slower vibration here. So interesting. One's fallen out. I'll just go through the pack, make sure. And yeah, one other one wanted to fly out there. So we have possibilities coming up. See, this person is, they're asking you to be observing this. Come at this from an observational point. If there's something that you're like, why does this keep happening? Or something that you see and you're in the story, become the observer of it. Because when you become the observer of it, you aren't entangled in the actual story anymore, and you can see clearer value of the story itself. Flowering card is coming in, so we are sitting on a lotus leaf, anticipating what is going to be birthed next. And they're asking you to just, if something's going on in your life, I feel like just remove yourself, see it from, you know what, I'm going to let go of my emotions in this. I'm not going to entangle in it. And I'm just going to see it as, that's interesting. And when you see it from that point of view, you start to flower into this, now I can ask a clearer picture or clearer understanding. What can I do to help? What can I do to be the guide? What can I do to help in this situation? Maybe it's nothing. Maybe it's standing back and just observing. Maybe it's at the right time, at the right moment, I'm going to speak up, and this is going to be sorted. This is going to be helped, or this is going to be cleared, or this is, and if there's any sort of, even if it's within your own body and an ailment of some kind, of bringing that up as well. I'm going to clear it from a higher observational perspective and not be entangled in the actual story itself. Yeah, I'm just feeling some interesting vibes off you. Okay, well, I'll leave it there. Yannicka, wow, I have Moldavite and I am beginning to communicate more with archangels and ETs helpers, and that's great. Thank you, Yannicka. Okay, who else have we got here? Sorry, my chat bar is kind of frozen a bit and I can't read back. Debbie. Debbie. Debbie, we have abundance. Everyone wants to see abundance coming in. When it comes in, don't hold on to it. Use it to your advantage. Absolutely. Use it to your advantage. Don't hold on to it, and don't just see it as a fleeting thing either. Feel into the vibration of abundance coming into you, and when it comes to you, feel into it even more. But don't hold on to it as in the physical actual thing. Use it to your advantage. Don't see it as, oh my God, it's never going to come up again. That's moving into a lack of, and then the next step is nothing will come in to fulfill you after that. So move into, oh, look at this. More abundance is coming. It's showing me more abundance. It's showing me, we're reprogramming our mind. You know how you get those programs within your head, good things only happen 3 times, that sort of thing. That's silly logical program. Please don't see that, because in the higher vibrations, the vibrational meet is all we need. And so when we meet with that, we come into alignment, we do the actions, we get the messages, we do the actions, we fulfill the obligation, and we bring in abundance for ourselves, and it matches that vibrational meet. And so then with that, you are the abundance walking this path, and so you never have to think of lack again. So there's a lesson here to do with abundance and shifting a program for you. Okay, guys, I think I will leave it here. Thank you so much for being part of this these beautiful messages. If you want to subscribe to me and like, that would be great. If you leave a comment, it helps my algorithms as well. Yeah, and don't forget, I'm doing some really powerful talks coming up. I'll put some links down below to those. And I also just sent another YouTube video discussing a few things I can't on YouTube on Rumble. So if you want to go have a look at that one. Okay, guys, love you. Bye.